mat class, which is pregnant friendly. So I'm currently in my 3rd trimester, so we're going to be doing a lot of work on all fours and some side series work as well. This is my assistant Mowgli, my puppy dog. He'll be helping me out. And we're going to get started on all fours today. So wrists underneath shoulders, knees underneath hips. So just take your time to get settled here and start to move your spine around, taking an arch of your back and then curving and rounding. And we'll inhale to arch and exhale to scoop up and round. Listen to your body. Just making this nice and gentle, enjoying a little stretch. And we'll finish off there, taking your back into neutral, so it's nice and long. And just find a gentle sense of drawing your navel up towards your spine, or if you're pregnant, it's a sense of giving Bub a little hug. So it's just a gentle activity, finding your center. Then slide your left hand forward, and you're going to lift the arm up and then lower it down. Little lift up and lower it down. We've got just 4 more after this one. Extend your arm away from you and try and keep your body really stable. Good, last couple, and we'll hold it up just for a moment. Take your hand back down underneath you. Send your right leg back behind you now. Begin to lift it and lower. So our aim here is, again, to keep our body super stable. You're just moving your limbs in their sockets. So just moving your thigh bone in the actual hip socket, opposed to taking the movement into the hips, the pelvis, and the back. So really controlled. And as you're lifting your leg here, you should be feeling your backside engage and your hamstring engage, the back of your thigh. Reaching that leg away from you. Then this time here, you tap your toe to the ground, hold it there, extend your left hand back out in front, and we lift both together. Lift and lower. Connecting your breath, perhaps inhale, lift, exhale, control down. Big reach up and control down. Last couple here. And last one. You lower your arm and leg down, but just bring your hand underneath you. Keep your leg where it is. Can you bring your left elbow down towards the ground and step your hand down a little bit wider, so you've got a nice strong base to work from. When you're ready, go ahead and lift the back leg up. Open your hips up, but draw your belly button in towards your spine, so your lower back feels like it's slightly elongated. When you're ready here now, we're going to take little lifts here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it there. Send your leg out wide to the side now. Tap your foot all the way down towards the ground, and you can anchor down through your foot there. Hands back underneath your shoulders. You're reaching your right hand all the way up to the ceiling. Inhale. And then exhale. You can thread the needle here. If you're pregnant, obviously you won't have as much space to twist under, so don't take it too deep. Inhale to lift. Exhale to thread. Please feel free to bend into your left elbow and bring your shoulder all the way down. Inhale to lift. Exhale to thread. And then take your other hand back to the ground. You're going to lift your body up, so you're coming up to more of a vertical line here. And here we're taking our hands behind our head. Interlace your fingers and press the back of your skull in towards your hands. So you just feel like this helps you to elongate your spine again. I'm going to face you guys so that you can see this next move clearly. So here, you're taking a side bend away from that lengthened leg, and then you're coming up. So side bend towards your left, and then draw back up. So this is really awesome oblique work, center work. We're working our core. You're thinking about lifting tall through your spine as you reach over to the side. And you can take this as deep as you like. If you feel like you can go a tiny bit further, go ahead and try and explore what your maximum range of motion is, providing it feels fine for your back. So remember, we're working our core here. Find that gentle sense of navel to spine. And on this next one here, we'll hold it over. Breathe for 3, 2, and 1. Left hand to the ground, just take it into a nice deep side bend. And then you're going to rotate your body all the way back around. Knees underneath your hips, wrists underneath your shoulders. Go ahead and start to send your right hand out in front this time. We go lift to lower, lift to lower. And remember here, we're finding a sense of really reaching the limb away as we lift. So it's nice and controlled. Finding that maximum range of motion in your shoulder joints without twisting your spine. So the shoulders stay nice and level. You've got that gentle abdominal work happening to keep your spine steady. And on the next one, we'll take that hand to the ground, just your left leg. We extend it back and lift and lower. Reaching the leg away from you, controlling your pelvis, your spine, shoulders level. And often in this exercise, when we start to get a bit tired, the head starts to droop down here. So this isn't the best position for your shoulder girdle. We want to try and keep lengthening through the back of the neck. It's almost the feeling of pulling the tip of your chin in towards the back of your throat. So not down, but in. Let's make that one our last one. And then you'll extend your arm out as well. So opposite arm to leg, we lift and tap. Inhale, lift. Exhale, tap. Grounding down through your right foot. Grounding down through your left hand. Finding a sense of pushing down into the earth to lift up and out of your shoulder joints. Last couple here. And last one. Then from here, you leave your leg where it is. Right elbow finds the floor. Left hand comes out to the side. And then you're going to lift your leg and let your hips open. But remember here, we're not going for a huge range where our back is arching. We're staying in control of our center. Little lifts from here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly lower that leg out to the side and down. Hands can walk onto the ground, and then you're gently going to come all the way back up so that you're standing up tall on that right knee. Hands behind your head. And then once again, we have our oblique work. Press the back of the head in towards the hand. And we're going for our side bend to lift all the way back on up. Side bend. And lift all the way back on up. So again, connect your breath to the movement. Perhaps taking an inhale over and exhale to lift back up. Inhale over. Exhale, lift back up. We've got 3 to go here. All the way over. And lift. Last 2. Woo! And last one. We hold it over just for a moment. Breathe. And come all the way back on up. I realize we missed our thread the needles. So, coming back to hands to the ground, right out in front. Go ahead and lift your left hand up towards the ceiling. And then thread your needle. Remember, if you're pregnant, you don't have to go too deep there. If it feels nice for you though, you can bend into your right elbow and bring your shoulder all the way down to the ground if you like. A really beautiful rotation through your spine. Perhaps feeling a little stretch through that left inner thigh. And then take that hand back down. Bring your knees underneath here. And you're going to lie down on your left side here. And you can extend your left arm out so that you're using your head, your bicep rather, as a little pillow. Can you please now extend your legs straight out in line with your hips? They could come a tiny bit further forward than your hips. And you're going to take your external rotation with your legs, so your heels are clipped together. Go ahead and start to take your big toe, trace it up the inside seam of your pants, and then lift the leg up, flex your foot, squeeze the inner thighs back towards one another. It's a nice big movement here. We go développé up the leg, flex foot, and squeeze back together. One more like that. Big range of motion here, so we're just mobilizing. And then this time here, we keep the foot flexed, and we go reverse, envelope in, and reach back out. Flex, kick up, point, come back on in. And last one, flex, kick up, point to come back in. Draw your knees in front of your hips now. So we're almost in a position where we're in like a toppled over chair. So knees in line with your hips, toes in line with your knees, 90-degree angles. You can take your right hand on top of your hip and just push your hip bone away from you. So you're lengthening your waist. The bottom side of your waist may lift off the ground just a little. So we're back in a neutral alignment. Find that gentle sense of drawing navel to spine or giving bub a hug. And you're going to lift your top leg up and then lower it down. So lifting up and lowering down. Now as you're doing this, hips must stay still. Stacked one on top of the other. And you're trying to lead more so from your knee than your toe. A little lift up and lower it down. So that shin is lifting up parallel to the earth. The next one here, you can lift it up and hold. We just have 8 little lifts. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and hold 1. I'm starting to feel it. We're going to send that leg now straight in line with your hip, so extend it, and then draw it back into that same position. Big reach back out to the side, and all the way back in. Maintain that length through your top waist. Next one here, we lengthen it out and hold here. Now, really control that leg stays nice and high without cinching into your waist here. Keep it long. And now you're going to start to take tiny little circles. Quite rapid. We go 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Reverse it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lift your leg up a little higher. Breathe. Hold for 3. A little higher. 2, a little higher. 1, and all the way down. So here you'll take your right hand to the ground, come on all the way up onto your sits bones or just onto one of your hips really. You're crossing your right foot in front of your left ankle, so you're making a little hook with your ankles here. Right hand can come, left hand can come out to the side. And notice here I haven't put it right underneath my shoulder. Take it just a little bit further away from you. And then you're just going to take this little position like you're just hanging out, because we're going to take this into a side bend, but you're going to keep your left knee on the ground to start. So left knee stays on the ground and you're lifting your hips, coming into a side bend, and then you'll come all the way down. So that is a version that you can take that's a little more gentle. Otherwise, if you'd like to come into your full side bend series, you're pushing in that direction. So head glides towards the side. We stretch the legs and that knee lifts off the ground. So you're magnetizing your inner thighs together, lifting your hips up high and arcing your body. And then we come all the way back down. Let's try for 2 more like that. Inhale, lift up and over. Exhale, come down. And last one, inhale, lift up and over, woo! And come all the way down. Then from here, you're simply going to swap straight over to the other side. So left foot in front of right, make that little hook. You can start gentle again so you get used to the movement. Right knee stays on the ground, and you take that gentle lift up and over. Otherwise, if you wish, remember it's a sense of gliding in that direction. We magnetize the inner thighs together. Try and get your hips up super high so it's a side bend rather than a plank. And we'll go 2 more like that. Big lift up and over, inhale. Exhale, bend your knees, come back down. 1 more time, lift. And we come all the way back down. We're going to do the other side with our développé work. So come straight onto your side from here. Legs straight, perhaps a tiny bit forward is fine. Heels together. And then when you're ready, you're going to draw that big toe up your leg. Kick it up towards the ceiling, flex your foot. Come all the way down. Left leg, développé. And we take it all the way down. I love this one so much, it feels so good. Just nice juicy movement. And we go in the other direction. Big kick up, point, envelope back in. 2 more like this. And our last one. All right, so bring your knees all the way in towards your chest there. So again, you're making that 90-degree angle at your hips and your knees. Top hand can come to hip and you can push that left hip bone down away from you, so you're lengthening your waist there again. Go ahead and lift the top leg up and lower it down. So checking in, you're trying to keep your toe and knee roughly in line, so one's not higher than the other. Control and lower. So as best you can. Gentle control of your abdomen. And connecting your breath. Perhaps inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. So we always want to connect our breath to the movement so that we're not hanging on to any unnecessary tension. So the breath really fuels your muscles as well. It's really important to breathe through the movement rather than holding the breath and bracing. Okay, so let's go for our little hold on the next one. We stay here and we go for 8 little lifts. 8, 7, 6, 5. This is my bad side. Shouldn't say bad side, it's just not as strong as the other side. All right, let's go. Hold, go ahead and extend your leg out. And we draw it back on into that same point. Big kick out, the leg stays at least as high as your hip. And then draw it back in. It shouldn't be going that much higher than your hip because you're keeping the waist nice and long though. Okay, on the next one we're going to hold it out. And we stay. Abdomen is engaged, which is going to keep your body still and stable. We're going to take our rapid circles. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Other way. And 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We lift up, hold. Maybe lift it up a little higher. For 3, maybe a little higher. 2, maybe a little higher. 1, and all the way back on in and down. You can make your way back up. Come back onto all fours. We're going to finish off with just a little bit of arm work. So wrists, we're going to take our elbows underneath our shoulders. So align the elbows directly underneath your shoulders. Hands and elbows are shoulder distance apart. We're not collapsed through the spine. Again, we have the center engaged. Press your hands firmly now into the mat. Neck is nice and long. Lift your elbows up. Stretch your arms. Control the lower down. So we're going for a little lift and a little tap down. Little lift, a little tap down. So back is nice and stable, neck is nice and long, and we're only tapping to the ground there. So you should be feeling your triceps really engaging. We have some gentle core work happening here as well. And we're going to speed it up just a little. We go up, down, just 4. Last 3, hang in there. 2, and 1. Can you please come halfway down, but shift your weight right forward. Hold it there and hug your elbows in. And we've got 8 little pulses. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and hold it. Elbows hugged in, weight is shifted forward. We breathe for 3, for 2, for 1. Push your weight all the way up and back into a child's pose. You can take your knees nice and wide. Relax your forehead down towards the mat. Arms could be straight if you like. You could plug your fingertips in or just keep them passive. And just take a few deep breaths here. Breathing in down the length of the spine, and then breathing back up, out the length of the spine. Deep breath in, deep breath out. And when you're ready, you'll slowly make your way back up to a seat. And thank you so much for joining in on this little Pilates mat class. Please feel free to check out some of my other videos. And you can also subscribe, that would be awesome. So you can stay up to date with everything that I keep posting online. Have a beautiful rest of your day, everyone. Bye.